Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a mostly full face using only subscription box products. Almost all of these products are ones that I've received as samples in previous Ipsy, Birchbox, and Sephora play boxes. I thought this would be fun and I haven't seen anyone really do it before. So if you'd like to see how I got this look, please just keep on watching. So I've already moisturized my face using my everyday moisturizer, which is not from a beauty subscription. This is the Trader Joe's moisturizer, and I've also used for my eyes the Clinique Pep-Start eye cream. I'm almost out of this. I've let that set for about 30 minutes now, so I'm going to go ahead and start on my eyes because that's what I will start on. I'm going to take my concealer, which is again not a subscription box product. There's a couple of products I'm going to be using that aren't, but they're just ones that I don't have any other options for. So I'm just going to take this and conceal my eyelids. I have a lot of dark circles and discoloration on my eyelids, so even though I still use a primer, I like to conceal first just to kind of cancel some of that out. I'm going to take this Sephora sponge I got in a Sephora play box, and I'm just going to pat this on my eyes just to help blend and thin out that concealer a little bit. I don't want to cake up a ton of product on my eyelids since I do have dry eyelids. Next I'm going to take this eyeshadow primer. This is the Balm Put a Lid on It. I'm just going to take a tiny bit of this on both eyelids. I find that this primer is really good for those of us that do have drier eyelids. It doesn't dry out as much as like the Urban Decay does on me. I have several eyeshadow options. I'm going to try to use as many of these as possible. So I have this Dirty Little Secrets eyeshadow in Teaser. I believe this was an Ipsy Exclusive color, but I absolutely love it. It's like the perfect like crease transition shade. I'm going to take this Zoeva 228 Luxe crease brush, not from a beauty box. I'm just going to put this in my crease. I don't want this too dark, it's just going to act as my transition color. I'm also not really worried about it being perfect because I am going to be blending other colors on top of it. Next I'm going to be taking the City Color eyeshadow trio in Falling Leaves. I'm going to be taking this, oh my goodness, I'm going to be taking this red shade right here, and I'm going to be putting that in my crease as well over top of that other color. Again, not too concerned with it being perfect because I'm going to be blending and adding more as I go. Next I'm going to be taking this brush from Vera. I did get this in an Ipsy. And I'm going to be taking that red color again and just kind of working it into my outer corners. I'm going to be taking this Pacifica eyeshadow trio in Natural Beauty, I think it's called. The colors are pretty similar in here as the City Color eyeshadow. Let's compare them. This is another really good like fall quad or trio. I'm going to be taking this reddish paint color. I'm going to be putting this all over my lid with the same Vera brush that I used for the outer corner. And since it's not as pigmented as I'd like, I'm going to go in again. I'm just going to use some of my MAC Fix Plus and spray my brush. See if that'll intensify it a little bit. It's a little better. It's going to be a very light eye look. Next I'm going to take that reddish shade again and just blend out the crease a little bit more. I think just to darken this eye look a little bit more, I'm going to take this shimmery brown shade and put it in my outer corner. This color is a little hard to blend out. I don't know if it's because my brush is still a little bit wet. It's a really pretty color though. That's probably as good as it's going to get on that eye. Okay, so my eye look is done for now. Next I'm going to start on my face. I'm going to be priming with this Trust Fund Beauty Gimme Good Face. I love this primer. And while I let that sit, I'm going to start prepping my lips. I'm going to take this Indi Beeuty Buttercream Antioxidant Lip Scrub. This isn't my favorite lip scrub in the whole world. I feel like it's kind of too slippery and it doesn't have enough like actual sugar in it to exfoliate, but it's not terrible. I really don't feel like it does a whole lot, but if anything, I think it just moisturizes my lips. I'm going to take some of my favorite chapstick, and then I'm going to take this Hanali, I know I'm saying that wrong, lip treatment. I really like this stuff. It almost has like a Vaseline type of texture. I'm just going to let this sit on there while I do my face. I'm going to be taking my favorite foundation. This is the Maybelline Dewy and Smooth Fit Me in 110. I'm going to be taking a little bit of this and putting it on my palette. I'm going to dot it on my face. I probably use more than necessary, but I'm going to be taking my oval sponge and just starting to blend that out. I'm going to be taking this Sephora sponge again and just patting it on my skin to absorb some of the extra product. My skin's been really dry lately from the new cleanser I've been using, so it's not sitting as nice on my skin as it normally does. And then dipping this back into the foundation just to get a little bit more product to cover up the acne and redness I have right now. Next, I'm going to be taking the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer under my eyes. Again, not from a subscription box. Just going to take a little bit more of this concealer and just lightly patting it on those areas that I want to take the redness away from. If anyone has a good recommendation of concealers that are like drugstore and hide acne really well, let me know in the comments. Now I'm going to bake my face with this Tarte Smooth Operator powder. Just going to put a little bit of this in the cap. And then I'm going to take my Real Technique sponge. It's damp. This isn't my favorite powder, to be honest. I really prefer the e.l.f. powder. I feel like this one just kind of makes my dark circles darker, but it's the only powder I have from a subscription box. So again, making it work. Just going to kind of powder my whole face with it. And we're going to let that sit. I'm going to be taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. Not from a beauty box, but I do have some brow products I'm going to be using. Really quickly, I'm just going to dust off this powder. And blend the powder into my skin, all over my face. I really don't like this powder, so I don't recommend it. Save yourself the money and get the $6 e.l.f. powder. Now I'm going to be taking the Anastasia Perfect Brow Pencil Medium Brown. This is from a subscription box, and I'm just going to kind of color in my eyebrows a bit. I'm going to take this Dirty Little Secrets eyeshadow again and run a little bit of it on my lower lash line with this Crown Vic double-ended brush that I got in a subscription box. Let's zoom in a little bit. Now that I have that on, I'm going to be taking the City Color Trio again and taking that darker color that I used on my outer corner. I'm going to be taking Benefit Gimme Brow, the little version of it. It's not focusing. I'm just going to brush this through. Then I'm going to curl my eyelashes. Next, I'm going to be taking this Pop Beauty eyeshadow trio, and I'm going to be taking this shimmery white color, and I'm going to be popping this in my inner corner. Next, I'm going to be taking the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I am not a huge fan of this mascara. I know everyone loves it, but for some reason, I just don't feel like it is really that great. We're going to finish up the rest of my face now. I'm going to take this Bahama Mama little bronzer sample. I've never used this. I'm going to take this on my Real Techniques. I think this is the setting brush, but I'm going to try this anyways. I'm not a huge fan of this bronzer. I feel like the formula is kind of picking up my foundation and not blending very well. I mean, my skin's really bad right now, so it might just be my skin. But I feel like, I don't know if you can tell, but I feel like it's not blending very well over top of my foundation. It looks kind of patchy. I don't know. I normally love the Balm products, but I don't like the way this is blending. Yeah, not really a fan of this. I'm gonna have to give it another shot before I make my final decision on that. Next, I'm going to be taking the City Color Be Matte Blush Trio. I'm going to be using the shade Fresh Melon, this one here. I'll be taking the same brush, wiped it off. I always use the same brush for bronzer and blush, but I'll be focusing this on the higher points. And then I'm going to take this Laura Geller Blush and Brighten, Baked Blush and Brighten blush and Tropic Hues. I'm just going to be putting this more towards the apples of my cheeks and then blending it out. Next, I'm going to be taking this Ofra single shadow slash highlight that I got in an Ipsy bag. This is in the color Bliss. Might be too dark as a highlight shade on me, but we're going to try it. It's a little dark for my skin tone. To lighten it up a little bit with the City Color Highlight Trio, I'm going to be taking this more pearl shade right here, and I'm actually going to spray this with Fix Plus. I love this little trio, but I feel like it just works so much better with some Fix Plus on it. I think those pair really nicely together though. Next I'm going to be taking this Jelly Pong Pong 2-in-1 eyeliner and eyeshadow, and I'm just going to put this on my lower lash line. Now we're moving on to lips. I'm just going to wipe off the lip treatment I had put on before. I'm going to take this Tarteist lip liner in Buttercream and just outline. This is really drying out my lips, so I'm going to take this Bella Pierre lip liner in number 2 Nude. I'm gonna go in with this Makeup Forever lipstick in N9. It's like the perfect nude. Next I'm going to take this Beauty For Real Black Magic eyeliner. I'm just going to tightline with this. I never really use eyeliner. I mean, I tightline sometimes, but I'm not big on the wings liner or liquid liner trend. Lastly, I'm going to take this Better Than Sex mascara again. I'm going to apply another coat on my top lashes, and then apply some on my bottom. Now I'm going to go and do my hair, and I'll be right back to show you the finished look. And I'm back. Here is my finished look using mostly subscription box products. If you like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell before you leave. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!